Hello and welcome back to Fallout 76. Today we are going to have a look at the Gauss Shotgun. Now I really like shotguns. This character is actually a dedicated shotgun build, but I like traditional shotguns. So I haven't actually used the Gauss Shotgun at all. And in fact, until yesterday, I didn't even know the plan on this character. But I saw that Minerva is going to be having it in her upcoming sale, and she'll have it in her big sale the following week. So I thought it would be a good time to test it out. Now, since this is a gold bullion plan, it can only be crafted as legendary. And I crafted quite a few. Most of them just weren't all that interesting. This one is okay. It has the VATS hit chance, which is what I was looking for. It's also gourmands, so you get a little bit of a damage boost. And then the third star, it doesn't really matter. Now, when Minerva has her sale, she will also have the hardened receiver, the extended barrel, and the extended magazine. Those are the only mods that she'll be selling. Normally, to get the Gauss Shotgun and the mod, you have to have maximum reputation with Foundation, and that can be a bit of a grind. So because of that, I decided that I'm going to test this with just the mods that you can get from Minerva. So a quick look at the build. This is a shotgun-specific character, so I have all the shotgun perks maxed out. And because the Gauss Shotgun is explosive as well, it's natively explosive. It doesn't have the legendary effect, but it's natively explosive. It does benefit from Demolition Expert. Adding this card increases damage, at least on this particular roll, by about 32%. So that's a pretty significant amount, and feels like I should be using this card. It is also a critical build, although I don't spam crits as much on a shotgun build just because I tend to forget, but I do have better criticals and critical savvy maxed out. Now, about the only difference between how I have this spec'd right now, let's see here. Let's see what we can do here. That's pretty good. I'm still not used to the charging mechanic, so I'm finding myself spamming shots, but a critical hit, that was a critical hit without it being charged at all. So yeah, this thing is quite strong, even without charging. And if you charge stuff, if you charge it up, it's even more devastating. Okay, and I was wondering if this would happen. So this is one thing I've noticed with the shotgun, and it's really bad. So, or with the Gauss Shotgun, rather. And I've noticed this, actually, I've only been playing with this a little bit, and I've noticed this happening a lot. So you can see I have 11 rounds, and with the extended mag, that holds 12. Well, right now, I mean, obviously you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm trying to reload, and it won't let me reload. And if I try and use the hot swap to swap weapons, it won't let me do that either. And now I'm trying to sprint. So that's the downside. So this is me, it won't let me sprint, and it won't let me reload, and it won't let me change weapons. The only two ways I've seen to fix this bug is to go into the Pip-Boy and manually swap weapons. Shouldn't say two ways, there's three ways. So if I go into the Pip-Boy and manually equip another weapon and then equip this one back, it'll fix it. If I holster the weapon and then redraw it, that'll fix it as well. And if I continue to shoot, because even when it's in that state, I can still shoot. Once it gets to empty and it auto reloads, that will fix it too. But it's really inconvenient. I had this happen in a daily op earlier today. And when I need to run from one signal repeater to the other and I can't, it's kind of a pain. So that's a bug. I don't know how long it's been around. I just started using this weapon, but it's pretty nasty. I mean, that's actually almost to the point of a deal breaker for me on this weapon. But other than that, I like what I found so far. I mean, the fire rate's pretty good. Critical hits, even, you know, and I'm not even charging. Like, if you charge, it's quite devastating. Let's, well, it's kind of waste to do it on a super mutant hound. But fully charge typically is a one shot. Well, apparently it's not. But it's so much slower, like in the time it takes to see, and now it's happened to me again. I can't sprint. I can't reload. I mean, it's so that bug is so bad. But if I put it away and that undoes it. But yeah, that's so bad. I mean, that is enough that I almost wouldn't want to use this weapon. I don't know if it's maybe people who normally use this could tell me how long that bug's been around. It's probably really old and I just don't know about it. Yeah, one of the reasons I never tried this weapon for the most part was, well, there's a couple of reasons. Yeah, it's bugging out every time. I can't reload, I can't run. But there's a couple of reasons I haven't used this weapon. Number one is the charging mechanic. I'm just not a fan, just in general, of the charging mechanic on weapons. But you don't really seem to need it. And the other is a lack of suppressor, but I'm finding now that I actually have a character that's a a full-time shotgun character, I mostly just run and gun. So I wouldn't suppress the weapon anyway, so that's not an issue. And as far as the bug goes, with it being stuck like that, you know, I don't know. I have no idea what's I don't know if maybe there's something that it's a specific mod combination. Maybe if I put a paint on it, it'll fix it. I don't know. I mean, maybe there's nothing, but it's really annoying. But the fire rate on this is really nice. I mean, it's not quite as fast as you can pull the trigger. I mean, it definitely fires slower than the cold shoulder. It's only slightly slower. I mean, cold shoulder has a fire rate of 72 and this is 67. So it's only a little slower, but it actually feels a lot slower. One thing that I really like though, that separates this gun from, I mean, besides the big damage, is the range. So this has a range of 120 and other shotguns unsuppressed are 72. That includes all types of shotguns. And so this has a 67% more range, which is a lot. Not quite sniper range, but still. 120 is actually pretty decent for a shotgun. But yeah, that bug is pretty... when I was testing it yesterday, it was doing it once in a while, but today's been really bad. Maybe it has to do with server lag, or I just have no idea. It's so frustrating, but especially considering that the damage is so nice. Plus it looks cool. I mean, I just love the blue light. It looks really... I like it. I like how it looks. All right, so let's see what we do against the Scorch Beast. Oh, okay, he's actually gonna land. That makes things a little easier. Actually does pretty nice damage. Now I mean, I wouldn't have equipped it even if I knew it, but I don't know the prime capacitor plan. I'm assuming that drops from just like all the other ones. And against things like Scorched, I find this, Scorched in humans, I find this is pretty much just, well, I was going to say one shot, but not so much. This guy's tougher than the rest. But the range, especially with the VATS hit chance, the range on this is really nice. You know, when you're used to regular shotguns, this does feel like a sniper rifle. Now, the only difference that I would do if I was modding this, you know, I wanted to use the Minerva, the ones that Minerva actually has, but I would use the perforating magazine since shotguns in general don't have any perks for armor penetration, and this is not an anti-armor legendary effect. So I would use the perforating, and then I would use the forceful stock, but that's mostly just going to affect the health bar of the weapon. Oh, we have a Scorched Gulper. Gulpers tend to be pretty tanky. But yeah, this makes quick work of pretty much everything. So is the Gauss Shotgun worth your gold? I think the answer to that is maybe. It depends on how tolerant you are of it bugging out pretty frequently, as it turns out. At least it has been I haven't played with it much, but in the short time I have, it's actually bugged out quite a lot. And that makes it very frustrating. Hopefully someone can give me a comment or something to let me know maybe there's some fix. Maybe I need to use a certain mod or only use it in third person, or I don't know. Maybe there's nothing you can do. But it is really fun when it's working, and it does really good damage. I mean, you don't even have to charge it. That's what I like. You can do really good damage without having to charge it, because charging a shotgun is it's just not fun. I'm not a fan of charging weapons, and when you have something like the cold shoulder that's readily available that you don't have to charge, you can just pull the trigger as fast as you want and kill stuff just fine. It makes something that you have to charge a very hard sell. But overall, if it wasn't buggy, I would say definitely it's worth your gold. But since there is a little bit of bugginess, I'll have to say it's maybe worth your gold. You'll have to decide for yourself what you can put up with. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit one of the buttons down below. And I hope you'll join me in the next one. Thank you very much.